In this video, we will discuss about the charge distribution. How does the charge is distributed over the space? There is two ways by which the charge is distributed. That is, first one is the discrete and the second one is continuous charge distribution. In discrete charge distribution, the charge is distributed individually, separately from one another. Like this one, these are charges distributed individually and separately. This type of distribution is called as discrete charge distribution. To calculate the electric field for discrete charge distribution is easier, as to find out the electric field at any point P will be equal to the vector sum of individual electric fields. Vector sum of individual electric field, that is E1, E2 and E3, and the total will be equal to E1 vector plus E2 vector plus E3 vector. So this is how we can calculate the electric field due to the discrete charge distribution. And to calculate the electric field because of discrete charge distribution is easier, because here no calculus is involved. But in the case of continuous charge distribution, when the charge is distributed over the full region, suppose this is your space, any sheet of paper or a sheet of conducting sheet, when your charge is given to this one, that charge is distributed whole region uniformly. So in that case, the distribution is charge. In that case, the distribution of charge is uniform all over the region. So that distribution is known as a continuous charge distribution. Here we use, to calculate the electric field, we use the concept of calculus, that is integration and all this. Now let us discuss the different parts of continuous charge distribution. In continuous charge distribution, the charge can be distributed in three ways. First one is linear charge distribution, surface charge distribution, and third one is volume charge distribution. Now let us understand one by one. Now first of all, your linear charge distribution. In the case of linear charge distribution, the charge is distributed over a line or a rod whose thickness is negligible as compared to its length. This is a rod whose radius is negligible, whose area of cross section is negligible as compared to its length. Then we can say that this is a linear. In linear charge distribution, the charge is distributed over a line. Whenever you give a charge to this rod, suppose Q charge is given, and you distribute uniformly over this whole region of this rod, then we say that this type of distribution is linear charge distribution. Let's suppose if this rod length is L and Q charge is given to this whole rod, then we have a term that is known as linear charge density. We represent it by lambda. We call it as a linear charge density. It tells us about how does the charge is distributed over a line. So charge density, linear charge density, is defined as the amount of charge on a rod per unit length divided by length, or it is defined as charge is defined as the charge per unit length. Now, if very small amount of charge is given to a very small amount of length, that is, if dq amount of charge is given to dl length, then the linear charge density will be dq divided by dl. So that is dq is equal to L into dl, lambda into dl. If dq charge is given to a small length, small amount of charge is given to small amount of length, that is dl, then the linear charge density will be equal to dq divided by dl, that is dq is equal to linear charge density into the length. Now, how to calculate the electric field in the case of linear charge distribution? So to calculate the electric field in the case of linear charge distribution, see here, suppose a charge is distributed over this line and its linear charge density is lambda, and I want to calculate the electric field because of this linear charge distribution at point P, then we cannot apply the Coulomb's law directly. Here we divide this length into infinitely small lengths such that the length is so small that it can act as a point charge. So I assume it is an infinitely small length dl, which is just like a point whose dimension is almost negligible. Then we calculate the electric field because of the small charge. So what if dl is the length of this part, then what will be the charge on this one? The charge on this one will be dq. From here it is lambda into dl. So this is the amount of charge in this region, and we calculate the electric field because of this charge at this point. So if I take this distance as a r, then the electric field, the small electric field because of the small charge at this point P is dE is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q charge. Here charge is dq divided by distance, square of distance, that is r square. Calculate the total electric field, we integrate it. So we use the calculus to calculate total electric field. We use calculus. So in the calculus, total electric field will be equal to integration of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught dq divided by r square. Length is from one point to the another one, whatever it is. So it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. We put the value of dq, that is lambda into dl. Lambda comes outside, and dl upon r square. So this is how we can calculate the electric field due to the linear charge distribution. From here you can say that whenever we have a continuous charge distribution, first we take the small element of that distribution and then we calculate the electric field because of that small element, and then we integrate it. So this is a method to calculate the electric field in the case of linear charge distribution. So here lambda is a linear charge density. The SI unit of lambda is, here you can see it is charge divided by length. It is a coulomb per unit per meter. So or coulomb per meter. So this is your SI unit of linear charge density. You can also find its dimension formula. It will be A T L minus 1. Now let us discuss for surface charge distribution. So in that case, in surface charge distribution, the charge is distributed over a surface. So if I take any kind of surface, and if you give a charge to whole region of this, then here the charge is distributed over the charge is distributed continuously over this region or this area. So then in that case, the charge in surface charge distribution, the charge is distributed over the whole surface uniformly. So in that case, or that is known as a surface charge distribution. In surface charge distribution, the charge is distributed over some area, some surface. So here a sheet, and the charge is uniformly distributed over the whole sheet equally. If I take one section of this one, or this equal section at this point, both will have the equal amount of charge. So then that means that the charge is distributed uniformly. Tells the strength of the charge distribution. We have a term that is known as surface charge density. Surface charge density may be defined as charge on a total charge on the surface per unit area. Per unit area. Surface charge density is defined as the charge on the surface per unit area. Suppose Q charge is given to the surface and the area of the surface is S, then the surface charge density, which is represented by sigma, is equal to Q divided by S. If a very small charge is given to a very small surface area, that is ds, then the surface charge density will be equal to dq divided by ds, or dq is equal to sigma into ds. Now the SI unit of sigma, surface charge density, is, see here, the sigma is equal to q divided by s. Coulomb, surface area is measured in meter square, coulomb per meter square, or coulomb meter square minus 2. Now next step is how to calculate the electric field due to surface charge distribution. So when a charge is distributed over a surface, then how to calculate the electric field. Now how to calculate electric field due to surface charge distribution. So here again charge is distributed over any surface. So let the Q charge is given to this whole surface, or the surface charge density of this region is sigma, and P is a point. Let at this point P is a point where I want to calculate electric field because of this region. In that case, we divide this surface into very infinitely small surface. So I take that small surface whose surface area is ds and which is at a distance of small r from the point of observation. Then it acts as a point charge. So this region is a point charge. The charge on this region is equal to dq will be equal to sigma into ds. So this is the amount of charge in this region and it is a point charge. We know that electric field due to a point charge is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught charge, that is dq, divided by distance. Distance is r, it is r square. Then total electric field can be calculated by using the calculus method. So E will be equal to integral 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught dq divided by r square. So when you solve it, so we'll get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, what is the value of dq, sigma come outside, and ds divided by r square. So this is your how to calculate electric field due to surface charge distribution. Now the case 3, the volume charge distribution. In the volume charge distribution, here when a charge is given to some block, the charge is distributed not only on the surface but it also distributed inside the body of the surface. So here the charge is distributed in whole region of the body. So this type of distribution is known as volume charge distribution. Volume charge, the strength of the volume charge distribution is represented by volume the strength of the volume charge distribution is represented by volume charge density. It is represented by rho. The volume charge density is defined as charge given to this block per unit volume. If Q charge is given to this block and the volume of this block is capital V, and the volume charge density, that is rho, is given by Q divided by V. If there is a very small region of the volume, that is dV, and the charge given to it is dq, then the surface charge density will be dq divided by dV, or Q is equal to rho dV. SI unit of volume charge density is, here you can see here, it is Q divided by B, that is charge divided by volume, the charge per meter cube. Now next is how to calculate the electric field because of this kind of distribution. So let us discuss here a case when this is any irregular shape of the body and charge is distributed uniformly over this region, whole region, and the strength of the distribution of charge is represented by rho, that is volume charge density. Let P be the point at which we want to calculate electric field because of this region, because of this type of distribution. So to calculate, we divide this whole region into small, infinitely small spaces whose volume is very much negligible as compared to the distance or dimension of the body, and act as a point charge. So if I calculate a charge, the dq will be equal to dv. So it acts as a point charge, and I suppose the distance of this point charge from the point P is r, then the electric field because of the point charge is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught charge, that is dq, because of this small point charge, that is dq upon distance is r square. So this is a small amount of electric field because of this small amount, but I want to calculate electric field because of this whole region. So to calculate the electric field due to whole region, we integrate it. So total electric field will be so 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught comes outside. dq is rho into dv upon r square. So solving it, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught dv upon r square. So this is your how to calculate electric field due to the volume charge distribution. So from three cases, we generalize that whenever we want to calculate electric field because of the continuous charge distribution, we divide the whole region into infinitely small regions. It may be length, it may be surface, it may be volume. Then we calculate the electric field because of that infinitely small region at a particular point or at a given point, and then we integrate it. So that is how we calculate electric field because of linear charge distribution, volume charge distribution, and surface charge distribution. If I combinedly write all these things, it's look like this one. The electric field is equal to, for linear charge distribution, that is lambda divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, it is dl upon r square. For volume charge, first of all, surface charge, the sigma divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, it is surface charge, then it is a ds. Now volume charge, rho divided by 4 pi epsilon naught dv upon r square. So this is how we can calculate electric field for the different charge distribution. Thanking you.